Okay, so right now we're going to talk about factors. And if you'll turn in your book that I gave you, you're going to look for a page that looks like this. And I'm going to move myself over here because I'm in the way. Oh, back over there. Once you have found this page, I want you to take a look. We have the actual definition right here. And it says that a factor is any of the numbers that when multiplied together will form a product. A product is just the answer to the multiplication. Here we have an example. So we see that in 3 times 2 equals 6, 3 and 2 are factors. Okay, 6 is a multiple of 3. 6 is a multiple of 2. So we were talking about multiples the last few days. Here is that definition of multiple. I think most of us have the hang of that. That's why I did that first. It's slightly easier. So let's take a look here at greatest common factor. The greatest common factor, or the GCF, you need to get used to hearing both, is the largest factor that 2 or more numbers have in common. Remember, if something is in common, that means you share it. When I was talking to somebody, I talked about how her and I both had brown eyes. We share that. We have it in common. Let's take a look at this example. Greatest common factor, okay, they're going to do 3 numbers, 12, 15, and 18. Now, this is when you might have to use that multiplication chart, and that's okay. So we're making a list just like we did with multiples. We have the number 12. So we're thinking to ourselves, what times what equals 12? So maybe when you first start, your list looks more like this. And it takes you a while to get it. That's okay. What's important, if you take a look at how they have it organized, they have it in order from smallest to largest. Okay, so I can go from here and make that list from smallest to largest. That's okay. That's a strategy that you can use. Basically, you just repeat that with 15 and then also with 18. We're putting them in order because then we can look at the 3 lists and see what numbers are shared. What do they have in common? What number is in all 3 lists? Okay, now I can see there's a 3 here, a 3 here, and a 3 here. So we know that the greatest common factor is 3. That's the largest number that's in all the lists. Okay, now here's a little review of what we've been working on, least common multiple. You have to keep these straight. That's why I explained multiples are many. When I'm skip counting by 4 in this example, I could keep going forever and never run out of numbers. I don't want to, but I can. Okay, now when we're talking about factors, they're few. When I get done listing the factors of 12, there's no more. 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, and 4. Nothing else. Times Excel times another number equals 12. I run out. Okay, that's how I keep it straight. Okay, that might be a good way for you to keep it straight too. Now pause if you need to finish writing that down, but I'm going to go right to the next page and walk through some of these examples. First one, greatest common factor of 9, 27, and 45. So the first thing I'm thinking about is what times what equals 9. So I have 1 times 9. I go in order, okay? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just think about that. I know 2 doesn't go into 9 because 9 is odd. So I'm at 3. 3, 6, 9. So I can easily count and get 9. And I know that's it. That's all there is. So now I'm going to put it over here, but I'm going to put it in order from smallest to largest. There's no reason to list 3 twice. So now I'm thinking of doing the same thing for 27. 1 times 27. I know 2 can't go in there because 7 is odd. 3 times 9 is 27. Let's see, 4. That doesn't go into 27. 5. Nope. 6. Nope. 7. nope, 8, nope, and then I'm back at 9. So I've hit one of the factors, so I know I'm done. So I'm going to list those. 1, 3, 9, 27. Remember, we're looking for the largest number. So last one, we're going to do 45. 1 times 45. 2 is not going to go in there because it's not. 5 is odd, so I can't cut it in half. So 3. I know from a lot of experience that's 15, but once again, use your multiplication chart. I can help you with that if you don't know how. 4 doesn't go in there. 5 does. 5 times 9 is 45. 6, nope. 7, nope. 8, 9. I'm back here, so I know I'm done. Here I go putting them in order. 1, 3, 5, 9, 15, 45. And I don't know if you noticed that, but to put them in order, I started here. I went down this way, then I went this way, and I went up. Puts them in order. Now I'm kind of analyzing my 3 lists, and I see they all share a 3, but they also share a 9. So remember, I'm looking for the greatest or the largest, so my answer will be 9. Okay. What I like about this sometimes when you're doing practice is some of the work's already done for you. Right here on my list is 9. Well, I already have a list for 9 right there, so I'm just going to copy that list. Okay. 6, I think, was up in one of the examples. I know that's 1, 2, 3, and 6. 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. 3, that's only 1 and 3. So I take a look at my lists. I see there's a 3 there, a 3 there, and a 3 there. So my greatest common factor, I'm going to do greatest common factor because that's what we were working on, is 3. Okay, now this calls for least common multiple. So that's kind of review. Okay, so I don't want you to worry about that right now. I want you to concentrate on greatest common factor. So let's skip down here to the last one, 16 and 24. So I know that 1 times 16 is 16. I know that 2 times 8. And you see how instead of making a list over here where I have to go 1 times 16, 2 times 8, I've just kind of trained myself to start on the outside, lowest to highest, and I work my way in. But remember, if you can't do that, then make a list over here like this. Okay, I know 3 doesn't go in there, but I do know that 4 times 4 is 16. And I've actually started over again, so I know that's pretty much it. So 1, 2, remember we only have to put 4 once. Now, same thing with 24. I know 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. Switch colors here, and now I'm going to look for what they share. I see a 2. I see a 4. Is that the greatest one that they share? Be very careful when you're looking at your numbers. I found an 8. See how I really had to look at that? Okay. So if you're struggling to find the factors, get your multiplication sheet that we made. Okay. And I can help you work backwards on that. But just let me know if you have any questions. We have some more practice in a book right after this that you can do on your own. But for now, that's going to be it for the video. Good luck.